train with you wealthy gentlemen is a pleasure.
You don't get rich on a policeman's pay.
You're no poverty-stricken constable.
The more you earn, the more you spend.
There's truth in that, all right. Oh, fortune means different things to different people.
In what way?
Well, lying on that table is my passage out of this godforsaken colony. And that's what I call a fortune.
You haven't had much luck here, then, eh?
Not until today.
Oh?
Well, all I need is the ace of hearts. And I'll be able to see the roofs of Wellington once again. Turn the card. How did you know the ace was coming? The luck of the Kiwis. I'll raise you £5.
If I hadn't seen that with my own eyes, I'd say you were cheating.
Too good for me. Best hand I've had all night. Put your cards down. You'll have to pay for it. Thank you, gentlemen.
I'll be glad to get to Goulburn tonight.
Hardly worth running the train on the number of people we're carrying.
You'll be able to work then. Anyway, we'll have a lot more on the return run. We always do.
Oh, it's cold out there.
You'll be thankful you got this nice warm job. I'm sick and tired of your moaning.
It's all right for you with your nice wage. What about me? I'm expected to feed a young family on the amount I get.
If you were paid what you're worth, you'd owe the government money.
That'll put some life in my veins.
Oh, you cleaned us out, Ronnie.
Well, you have one consolation. It couldn't have gone to a more deserving person than myself.
Gutted us like a fish. You've got a nerve. If you change your mind about leaving, come and see me. I can always use a good man. I'll make it worth your while.
Oh, it'd take the devil himself to make me part with it. To be slowing down.
Damn trains, always something wrong with them.
Probably something on the line. Dead animal.
Well, late enough as it is.
You'll get used to it.
What time is it? I thought so. An hour late already.
Nobody move. Anything valuable? I want it. You. Now fill it. Can't take this. It belonged to my grandfather.
Don't do anything silly.
Give him the watch, man. If he shoots the lady, you'll have that on your conscience for the rest of your life.
My conscience? What about his?
I doubt very much if Hatton has got a conscience.
It's a disgusting state of affairs when a person like him can run around and do what they want.
We'll get you for this, Hatton.
He's already cleaned us out. This is all I've got in the world.
Put it in.
Just like that.
Come on, then.
Sit down. You so much as put your head out of the door and you kill the woman.
He's right. You won't see that money again. Oh, it's ironic. I didn't even have a chance to put it in my pocket.
Please let me go.
She's running after us. He must have told the engineer to start the train when he fired that shot.
For a moment there, I thought he must have shot her.
Let's go after him now. He's let the woman go. He's got no hold over us.
You'd never find him out there. It's dark and we're on foot. He'd pick us off one by one if we left the train. He knows these parts like the back of his hand. We don't.
So we sit here and do nothing.
I'll send some men out when we get to the next town.
I'll never find you by then. I want something done now.
Then do it alone.
You're not the leader here. I say we go after him now. A man can't just come in and rob a train and get completely away with it. Who's with me? What about you? You were keen enough to have a go at him when he had the woman.
No. Wasn't thinking.
It's a disgrace to think a scum like that can come in here and do what they want.
If my entire force can't catch him during the day, how would you catch him at night?
You don't propose to do anything then?
With all due respect, sir, I didn't notice you two willing to take Hatton on when you had the chance.
Well, really?
Inspector, about that job you mentioned, could we have a little talk? Excuse me, ma'am. Could you tell me where I could find Sub-Inspector Madden?
Sub-Inspector Madden. Oh, he's having a shave in the barber shop.
Thank you very much. Sub-Inspector Madden?
Who the hell are you?
I've been told to see you about getting some supplies. I've got a message here to...
Clear off. I'm having a shave.
Hello there. Do you know where Sub-Inspector Madden's office is?
Over there?
Thank you.
Morning. You looking for someone?
Sub-Inspector Madden.
Yeah, well, you're in the right place. He's not here at the moment.
I know. I met him in the barber shop. He doesn't seem very friendly.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised you're still alive. Mad Jack doesn't like to be disturbed when he's having a shave. Might give the barber an idea to cut his throat.
Like that, is it?
Where you from?
New Zealand.
Long way from home.
Yes, and it doesn't look as though it's getting any closer either.
Yeah, here he comes. He doesn't look too happy.
Tell me, why do you call him Mad Jack?
You'll find that soon enough.
So you're going to give the police a hand, eh?
Don't have much choice.
Do you know how many constables and special constables we've buried in the past year?
No?
Sir!
No, sir. Look, I've been told to be free to come and go as I please.
Not if I'm going to supply you, you don't. Where was I? Oh, yes. Do you know how many we've buried? 7. And that's only in the Goulburn district. They die even faster around Forbes, not to mention Queensland. Stand still when I'm talking to you. Do you know how many constables and special constables we've used in the past year?
No, sir.
7. The only reason I can stand you outsiders is that you all get shot as soon as we take you on. You're not going to like that, are you? None of you special constables do. Instead, you all get shot in the end, thank God. I better have some facts.
The inspector's already done that.
Well, you'll damn well do it again for me.
Yes, sir.
Name and birth.
Dermont Francis Riley, born 5th of May, 1838.
Yeah. That makes you, 27, eh?
Yes, sir.
The last 3 we took on were 27. And that's the age written on their tombstones. Where were you born?
Wellington.
You'll be given a horse, pistol, sword, ammunition, camping gear, and some rations. Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
That's what the instructions say, and that's what I'm doing. But you can take it from me, I want something back from this. I want evidence that you've been in Bushranger country. None of this loafing around in the bush and coming back when your food runs out. Hatton enjoys people like you coming after him. So you better find him first, or he'll find you. I don't think you'll be seeing me again, Riley. Though I'll probably have to identify your body when they bring it in. So I'm happy to inform you that your task is to capture or kill James Hatton. Bring him back dead or alive, Riley. And I said him, dead or alive. Not you.
Yes, sir.
That's all. Get up. Now remember, nobody's meant to know that you're a special constable.
Those things, but I'm having a bit of trouble with the old elbow at the moment, you see. You know, you're the strangest special constable I've ever met. You haven't even got your own horse.
Never needed one before. Listen, don't you think it's going to be a bit hard to persuade the Bushrangers that I'm just an innocent traveller?
You're getting the best we've got.
It's no wonder your men are always getting killed.
Yeah. Well, personally, I never go into the bush myself unless I absolutely have to. That's why I've lasted as long as Mad Jack. Why are you doing it?
Got no money. I got to eat something. I met the inspector on the train and he set this up for me. I thought he was helping me at the time. Now I'm beginning to wonder.
You were on the train at Hatton robbed?
Yeah, he took all my winnings. Just when I had enough to call myself my own man again.
You beat the inspector at cards?
Took him for everything he had.
Well, that's why he set you up with this. I mean, he hates losing at cards.
Not the way it seemed to me.
Yeah, well, you've learnt your first lesson anyway. Tell me, are you going to be living on government stores?
I'll have to.
I'll go easy on them at first, eh? Lovely animal, that. Beautiful. Listen, if Hatton ever gets after you, you leave the horse behind. You'll travel much faster that way.
Might surprise you.
Yeah, well, I don't envy you. The reason I said go easy on the stores was, well, because some people seem to think it's the food that kills the constables that go in the bush and not the bushrangers.
You're all so bloody sure I'm going to get killed.
Yeah, well. You're all ready to go then, aren't you? Listen, mate. I'll give you a tip. Hatton's been seen in the south a lot lately. So you go that way, eh? North.
Good.
You can catch the Bushranger this time. That old horse will knock you out of town. Good luck, mister. You'll need it.
Whoa.
God help any bushrangers I catch up with.
Beg your pardon?
Throw down your money.
Now listen.
Put your hands over your head or I'll put a bullet through you.
All right, all right.
Now throw down your money.
How?
What?
Well, if I put my hands down, you'll shoot. Besides, I haven't got any money.
All right, throw down your pack. And get on with it.
All right, after you get. Over under the tree.
Why? What are you going to do?
I'm going to hang you.
But you can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't hang me.
Can't I? You know who I am?
No, I don't.
I'm James Hatton. Jimmy the Hangman to my friends, I believe.
No, you're not. You're not Jimmy the Hangman.
We'll see. And if you take too long to die, I'll tie the other end of the rope to the horse and let him drag your head off. Now, I know you know James Hatton, or you wouldn't have known that I wasn't him. Now, you tell me where I can find him, and I'll let you go.
I don't know. I only know one of his camps. Only one.
All right, let's have it then.
Jimmy'd kill me if I told you. He's got a camp at the ridge above Lightning Fork. There's a cave. That's one of his camps.
Where's Lightning Fork?
You know the shanty outside Black Springs.
Go on.
About a mile beyond the shanty.
You sure you're telling me the truth? Because if you're lying, I'll kill you.
It's the truth, mister. Honest to God it is.
All right. But I'd give up bushranging if I was you. I don't think you're cut out for it.
Here's some food. I couldn't get any tobacco.
Thank you.
Well, did you find him?
You were right. He was down by the Billabong.
He was drunk when he came to the shanty. I thought he might have been lying.
No, he wasn't lying. He wanted you out there with him.
Did he really torture Ezra Barnes?
We found Ezra just before he died. His feet were eaten away. That animal had tight bags around his feet. The bags were full of bullets.
Oh, just to get hold of you?
Just before he died, Ezra looked up at me and he said, I didn't tell them. I don't even know if he knew it was me.
He was a friend. He respected you.
Didn't do him much good.
You made him feel important. That must be worth something. You can't blame yourself for this.
Now, who do I blame?
These things happen. You did all you could.
You wouldn't understand, Jane.
Look, I've worked at that shanty since I was small. I'm not one of your delicate ladies, you know.
You shouldn't be working there.
I can look after myself. I always have.
You're a remarkable woman.
They say you robbed the Goulburn train by yourself.
That's what they say, is it?
That was a damn fool thing to do. You make it too easy for them one day.
You think so?
Well, I'd better be going. Dad's by himself. I said I wouldn't be long. Johnny hasn't been home for days.
It's pity that brother of yours doesn't take a bit more after you. Or be more of a man like your husband was.
Don't say that. Is there anything else you want?
Yes. You can get word to the police there's a body out by the Billabong. I hanged him. He doesn't deserve a decent burial, but his horse needs looking after.
Sherman, Riley, what the hell are you doing out here? Anyone there?
Won't be a minute.
Any chance of a bite to eat?
Chicken or mutton?
Chicken, thanks.
Tea?
Yes, please.
You're new around here, aren't you?
That's right. Suppose you know just about everyone in these parts.
Oh, they all come here sooner or later.
All?
Just about. Why did you come?
Haven't eaten properly for a couple of days.
Not here, these parts.
Well, looking for work, actually. You don't know of anything?
There's nothing going around here.
Well, if you hear of anything, let me know.
Oh, not likely to. But I'll listen out for you.
Thanks.
I'll go and get your tea.
Did you find any good ones?
I don't know. We might know when we get back to the ridge. We'd better get going. He could be back there by now.
Do you think you can find it, Michael?
I think I've had too much rum.
I'm always love.
So, you're going to be around here for a while?
Certainly hope not. I mean, I don't know. All depends if I get any work, you know.
We're having a dance here on Saturday night, if you're still around here.
That's good. I mean, thanks.
Maybe we'll see you then.
I hope so. Do you by any chance keep any birdshot?
Yes, any amount. You're going after ducks.
Thought I might.
How much?
A couple of pounds. Well, thanks then. You see any?
Saturday next, I hope.
Could be.
to be watching that near hind leg there, Roger. It's got a hell of a mark on it.
Throw that rifle down. Unless you want to die very quickly. Any money or valuables, put them in the lady's purse. Come on.
Here he comes, Vic. G'day, Jim.
You're going ahead. I'm going down to the creek to get my drink.
Shut up, you snoring, Lukey.
Let him sleep. The lad's had a busy day. When we took the horses, the old man was so mad he was huffing and puffing. And Lukey says to him, "Thank you, sir. Thank you very kindly, sir." He said it's only a Linderman we'll be having.
Pretty nice horseflesh, that one. Nothing but the best, eh, Lukey?
It's me, Johnny.
G'day, Johnny. Where you been?
Hatton here?
Yeah, over there.
Hatton?
Johnny? Now, what have you been doing? Your sister's worried about you.
I've been fooling around a bit up north.
Not troubled?
What do you mean? I can look after myself.
That's not what I asked you.
No, I didn't have any trouble.
That's all I wanted to know. You better get on down to the shanty. Let Jane know you're all right.
Jim?
What is it?
It's nothing.
Anyone down there? Hey!
Come on down, Jane.
Here's the tobacco.
You didn't come all the way up here just for that.
The whole town's in an uproar over the hold-up. You must be mad. Any of the blokes would have helped you.
I like doing things my way. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you.
Johnny, don't you dare do a thing like that to me again. Where have you been? Why didn't you tell us?
Come on, Jane.
Why didn't you come straight home and tell us you were all right? Why come here?
I'm not a kid anymore. I go where I like.
You deserve a good hiding for worrying me and Dad like that.
Leave him alone, Jane. He's a grown man. He's old enough to look after himself.
Hatton,
Last time you went home. You didn't bring a horse up, did you?
No, I walked up the shortcut.
You can tell your father that he's safe, and he'll come down himself tomorrow to prove it.
Early.
Yeah, all right.
Off you go now. And, thanks for the tobacco.
I can see when I'm not wanted. Bye.
Get after him! Shoot the bastard! Hands above your head.
Hold it, I'm on your side.
Hands above your head.
But look, I'm a special constable in the Goulburn district.
And riding a stolen race horse. Come on, you come with us.
You might be interested, Riley, in the report of the party that investigated your story. Well?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what they found, Riley? You know what they found?
No, sir.
A new grave, Riley. A new grave. They dug it open. What do you think they found? A body, Riley. The body of a man who had been shot in the head. Now, this man was no known bushranger. He wasn't known to the police at all. Now, what do you make of that, Riley?
Well, I presume, sir, that he was a member of Hatton's gang.
And I presume that you, Riley, might be facing a charge of murder as well as horse stealing. Sergeant, take him out and show him that body.
Well, what do you hit him with, a shotgun?
No, I had a pistol loaded with birdshot.
Must have been pretty close.
Yes.
Pity you didn't get Hatton. You'd be a wealthy man.
Oh, you believe me, do you?
Of course I do. I mean, we all do. Now, don't you go worrying about Mad Jack. You'll have to send a report to Sydney, and you'll be out of here, what, within a week?
What about the inquest he's talking about?
Oh, inquest? Oh, there'll be an inquest, all right, but the verdict will be justifiable homicide. You've got nothing to worry about.
What about the girl? Did they talk to her?
The girl? Oh, you mean Jane Cable? Yeah. They talked to her, all right. But it seems that she had about 6 witnesses that said that she was in a shanty that night. Look, tell you what, there's a good idea of yours putting birdshot in a pistol, wouldn't it? I mean, I'll pass that on. Makes a mess of a man, doesn't it? By the way, here's your silverware. And don't worry. At least you'll be safe in here for a week, won't you?
Can we talk to you?
What about?
Well, Roger and I were talking about what happened at the ridge the other night. And we reckon somebody was told that we'd be there. Otherwise, how would that fellow be waiting out in the bush to jump us?
That's right.
You figured it out too, did you?
One of us has been trying to earn a little extra money.
Aside from the 3 of us, there's Jane, Johnny, and Luke.
Are you saying it was Jane?
We know you like her, but facts are facts. People will do anything for money.
Not Jane.
Yeah, I told you he'd say that.
When we were having a drink at the shanty, there was this stranger talking to her. I'll swear he was the same man as was on the ridge the other night.
They could have followed you 2 up there if you thought of that.
No, we'd have seen him, Jim.
Would you?
Anyway, how could he have known we were bushrangers? Unless someone told him.
I know who that was.
You don't think it was us, do you? We wouldn't let you down. You can be sure of that.
You're the only one who's ever given us a fair go. You've been straight with us. We'd not turn you in.
As you said, people will do anything for money.
That's not fair.
What's fairness got to do with it?
Well, don't you trust anybody? Not even us.
Whoever it was, he was no fool. If Jane hadn't stumbled across him in the dark, we'd have all been trapped in the cave.
Yeah, poor bloody Luke.
Well, Madden and his men will have had a good look around up there. They'll be back in town by now. So we can get moving again.
Where to?
You'll see.
You've been more fortunate than you deserve, Riley.
Yes, sir.
I've been instructed to re-equip you and send you out again. However, I've had no instructions as to either your gear or your pay. So in the absence of any other advice, I intend to act according to regulations. You will therefore have the value of your horses and gear debited against you, and the amount taken out of your pay. You know how much that is, Riley?
No, sir.
Comes to a total of 6 months' pay, Riley. 6 months' pay. And might I remind you that leaving the service without due notice constitutes desertion and is punishable by imprisonment. Imprisonment, Riley.
Yes, sir.
Now, just so nothing goes wrong this time, I'm sending the sergeant with you. That way, if you don't get a bushranger, you'll at least have to come back with a better story.
Yes, sir. It's all right for you. You know, I don't belong on a horse. I belong in an armchair, in an office.
Well, he doesn't think I can handle things by myself. I needed a keeper, and you're it.
Don't remind me. I reckon the food in there must be all of 2 years old.
Well, maybe we can shoot some game. Then again, maybe not.
I reckon Madden must have really got it in for me, you know. Probably hopes I'll get killed off, going away with a maniac like yourself.
Oh, come on. What'd I do?
You tried too hard, Riley. That's your trouble. Now, listen. We go off into the bush. We have a bit of a holiday, you see. Camp out, fire off a few rounds, and then we come back in a few weeks unsuccessful. I hope that Madden gives up, especially on me.
Sounds sensible?
Sensible is sensible, very sensible. And just don't try any heroics, because they don't pay.
You can say that again. Financially disastrous. I'm going to spend the next 12 months on half pay before I'm square.
There you are, you see.
Well, where are we heading?
Look, here, this came for you. It's a little bit of a note from Collingwood. He's the bloke whose horse you stole that night. Seems he wants you to go out to his homestead so he can thank you properly.
What's this?
Well, I had to read it, didn't I? You've been a prisoner and all. Now, look, what we'll do is we'll go to his property, camp out there. Because I understand he's got a few barrels of good wine in his cellar, you see.
Come on, then.
Good. Here we go, then.
How far did you say it was?
Not far now. I can smell the wine fumes.
You know that bloke Hatton? I don't understand him at all. I was watching him that night.
He's not an easy bloke to understand, you see. Unless you know him.
You know?
He used to. Long time ago now. He came out here for the gold diggings like the rest of us did then. Didn't strike it, so he turned farmer. He had a property. Quite a big one. About 20 miles over that way.
Something must have happened.
Yeah, it did. He came home one night for his homestead and found his wife, well, I suppose, dead would be a polite way to put it. And the place was burnt into the ground.
Why become a bushranger?
Well, that's the interesting part. You see, he caught up with the blokes that did it all right. And with his own sense of justice, he hanged them.
Jimmy the Hangman.
Yeah. Nearly ended up on the gallows himself, though. It seems that one of the blokes he hanged was a magistrate's son.
Nasty.
It was a mess. He escaped, though, and he turned bushranger. He's been one ever since. All that bloody nonsense about the hangman was put out by the authorities to make the settlers afraid of him, so they wouldn't help him. But you see, most of us knew him by then.
Well, I don't know that I'm all that keen on catching up with him now.
I'm glad you feel that way.
That's quite far enough for the moment. Who are you? What do you want?
Riley.
What's your business?
I was invited out here by Mr. Collingwood.
Oh, were you indeed? What's your name again?
Riley? Dermot Riley? I'm a special constable, and this is Sergeant Dunbar.
Oh, dear fellow, I'm so sorry. Sergeant, I didn't recognize you. How are you? Good to see you. Ah, Mr. Riley, how do you do? Come in. Leave the horses. I can get someone to look after them. Come in and have a drink. Come on. Applies well, isn't it? Half a dozen. Oh, quite dramatic, I know, but necessary at the moment, as you'll appreciate.
Yes, it's quite an armory.
Hey, doesn't he know Napoleon's dead?
It's not.
Oh, that's one of my favorite pieces.
Does it work?
Of course it does, boy, of course it does. No, you may think this is all unnecessary, but we need it, you know. We've had Bushrangers here twice. The second time, they got my best stallion. Oh, don't stand there, sit down, let's have a drink. Sam?
Very nice idea, sir. Thank you.
Oh, and for heaven's sake, dear fellow, put that silly saber down somewhere. There's that man Madden, you know, he's becoming quite impossible. He's done absolutely nothing as far as the Bushrangers are concerned. You're going to have another go at Hatton? You know, I was wondering, why don't you make this place your base? I mean, you're right in the heart of Bushranger country. You'll have the use of my horses, and that will enable you to cover a far larger area.
Oh, but surely it'd be in the way, after all strangers in the area.
Oh, no, not at all. No, you'd be most welcome. As a matter of fact, my wife and my other children have gone to Europe. They won't be back for at least 6 months.
Yeah, it's very kind of you.
You will, then?
We will.
You will?
Very well, thank you, then. We will.
Ah, that's settled, then. Now, what are we going to do about Hatton?
Well, I've been thinking, sir, you see, I think it's a good idea if we sort of let Hatton come to us.
Good idea, good idea. Or is it such a good idea?
Well, I mean, that's the way so that we can keep a control on the situation, can't we?
Yes, sir. Better to have it on our own terms.
Well, you're right, of course, you're right. But how are we going to do it? What about Jane Cable? Would she recognize you again, do you think?
Oh, I doubt it, sir. Not from the cave, anyway.
You know, it might be rather amusing for you to shave your beard, cut your hair, perhaps even have it dyed, change your clothes altogether. I could fix all that up for you. And then pop around to the shanty and have a talk with Jane.
What on earth for?
Well, consider this. Supposing you, as a stranger, were to go into the shanty and let it be known that you're working on my property. Go in a couple of times, pretend to be drunk, get yourself a name as a talkative fellow. Then drop it around where Jane can hear you that I keep a lot of rough gold on the premises. Or better still, that I've been dealing in gold, and I have a lot of it on the premises on Friday nights. Now, I'll wager we have Hatton and his crew around here the following Friday.
Can I have another drink?
Yes, it's a beautiful wine, sir.
Of course, self-resolved. But you see what I mean? We could lie in wait for them, lock the dogs up so they can come right in, and then, well, we can figure out the details later. But you see what I mean?
Yes, sir. I see what you mean.
Of course, we may be able to get some more troopers in to help us, but I don't feel we're likely to get any sensible cooperation from that man Madden, do you?
No, sir.
Right. We go it alone, then.
Hello, Bill.
Gable?
Well, you have to wait, I'm busy. Oh, it's you.
I was wondering.
I haven't heard about any jobs, if that's what you're after.
Hello, Johnny. How's your leg?
Oh, it's fine. It's all right.
You didn't go up to the top of that cave that day, did you?
No.
I noticed you didn't have your gun with you when you...
Oh, I lost it in the bush somewhere. Up north.
I was very careless, Johnny. A man could get into all sorts of trouble in the bush without his gun.
What's going on here?
I found it at the top of the cave this morning. It's yours, isn't it?
Yes, it's mine.
It was used to kill Mick Marston. Your gun, Johnny. Your gun.
I wanted to tell you, Jim. I tried.
Tell me what?
I was on my way back. This bloke, I couldn't do anything. He said he'd kill me if I didn't tell him.
Tell him what?
About the cave. I'm sorry, Hatton.
He said he couldn't help it.
Would you recognize him?
Sure I would. Just let me get hold of him.
He says he'll tell you if he sees him.
That's all I want to know.
It's him, Jane, it's him.
She see your horse? That means she's got a pretty fair idea of where you're staying. Wow. Well, everyone within 15 miles of this place knows the bands of my horses.
Oh, I better be going then.
What?
You don't imagine we can hold this place alone against Hatton and his gang, do you? Sir?
Oh, well, that's the way we planned it. Besides, we've got plenty of guns and ammunition. My men will help, and there's you and young Riley, besides myself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We need help.
Nonsense. Anyway, they won't come tonight.
How's that?
Well, they have time before dawn. No, tomorrow night tonight.
You sure?
Well, I'm almost positive. Anyway, let's have a game of cards and take a mind off it.
What a good idea.
Oh, you're having the damnedest luck tonight, Riley.
Yes, they do seem to be going my way, don't they? My deal?
Yes.
What was that? It's them. They couldn't wait.
There's no one out the back. Quick, take this rifle out to Sam. He's in the kitchen.
Strange men coming. Yeah. Now, shoot them. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Yeah, bang, bang. For God's sake, keep down.
That cannon in the yard, how does it work?
Oh, this is no time, Bunch Case. Riley,
No, sir, you don't understand. I want to use it now.
there's no time.
I've got one. I think they're going to set that old cart on fire and send it into the house.
Where are they?
Oh, I think they're behind the barn. I imagine they're loading it up with hay. Yeah, this place will go up like matchwood. It's all thatch.
Where's the ammunition for that cannon?
Oh, it's in the cupboard with the rest of the ammunition. In the bottom shelf, I think.
Sam, old fellow, how many have you hit?
Me no shoot yet.
Well, look, keep your head down or you'll get shot yourself.
Get after the horses.
We did it! Did you see them running?
I've had my eyes shut ever since I lit the fuse. Seems you've done it again, didn't it, Riley? Well, same old routine. Back to Mad Jack.
Collingwood.
Ah, Claude, everything all right?
That's all right, Miss Collingwood. But T got hurt. I think on the shoulder.
Oh, no. Just when I thought everything had gone so well for us. Look, tell him I'll come and have a look at him. You chaps better walk around and check everything's okay.
No, Sam. No more bang bang.
Oh, no more là. À, có màu là hay là.
Only one around there. I thought we'd at least got a bag full. Better luck next time. Look, there won't be a next time, Riley. Do you understand that? There will not be a next time. Oh, don't worry, Sergeant. Soon have you tucked up safe in the arms of Mad Jack. I'm looking forward to it, believe me.
Oh, Pete will be all right now. The chaps are looking at him.
Oh.
I believe we only got one of them.
That's right, sir. Plus a cart.
Good Lord. Oh, well, I suppose we better get the bodies into black string.
Body, sir. One.
Oh, yes, 4, yes. Yes. Well, will you be ready to leave in a couple of hours?
Ready, willing, and able.
Accord. Let's go and have a drink.
It is then the verdict of this court that James Henderson was shot dead while committing a felony at the Brinder station on the night of November 16th this year, and that therefore the shooting of this man falls into the category of justifiable homicide. Inasmuch as the deceased was a proclaimed outlaw, I propose to recommend that the reward offered for his capture be distributed amongst the defenders of the Brinder homestead on that night.
Well, we better make sure Pete's mother gets all that reward money.
What?
She's a widow.
Oh. Yes, of course. Special Constable Francis Dermot Riley here to see you, sir.
Send him in. Send him in. Come in, Riley. Come in. Don't just stand there. You've been covering yourself with glory, eh? Showing us old regulars how to do it, huh? Well, you'll be pleased to know that you're going to have another chance to show what you can do. I've had reliable information as to Hatton's whereabouts, and I've decided that in view of your record, to give you the opportunity to make the capture. Now, do you know Fraser's Peak?
No, sir, I don't.
Well, no matter. We're having a map made up. Hatton's up there now with a couple of men. Your orders are to proceed to Fraser's Peak and capture or kill James Hatton.
Single-handed, sir.
Riley, I don't want you to think we're unreasonable. I don't want a valuable man like you being killed. No, Riley, I'm not sending you out after Hatton alone. Sergeant!
Sorry.
You are to proceed immediately to Fraser's Peak with Special Constable Riley and effect the capture of one James Hatton.
Yes, sir. What force shall we take?
Oh, no force, Sergeant. Just yourself and Riley. You seem to work together so splendidly.
Oh, yes, sir.
Any questions, Sergeant?
No, Sergeant. None at all.
Good. What are you waiting for?
Yes, sir. Well, you did it again, Riley, didn't you?
Look, I'm not responsible for what that maniac does.
What do you say?
To what?
Well, there's a fork in the road up ahead. The left fork leads to Fraser's Peak, and that's Hatton. Personally speaking, I think I'm too young to die. What do you think of my logic?
I like it. I'm even younger than you.
Well, whereas the right fork goes to wine, women, and survival.
What are we waiting for?
Good. Well, we're too old England forever. That's dead horse marsh.
Sounds ominous.
Worse than it actually is. So what do you want to do?
What do you mean?
Well, we can go round it. That'll take 5 hours. Or we can go through it. That'll cut it down by half.
I don't know. Is it dangerous? What about the horses?
Oh, no. Just get their feet wet, that's all.
Come on, then.
It's over, Hatton. Nice work, Riley. I'm proud of you. I thought you were dead. Yeah, so did Hatton. I didn't want him to think otherwise. But you were shot. Just a flesh wound in the backside.
This Sunday night at the movies, Nine's big movie season begins with the best. Clint Eastwood stars in The Dead Pool. Harry's become a big celebrity, but being famous isn't his style. Clint Eastwood is Dirty Harry in The Dead Pool Sunday 8:30. And on Monday night, the action continues with one of the greatest gangster movies of all time, The Untouchables, starring Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, and Robert De Niro. Coming up next, Days of Our Lives.